بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. دلوقتي هنعمل بقى مراجعة سريعة على الفانكشنز اللي فيهم، يعني من أشهر الحاجات اللي بتيجي في الامتحان اللاينز والكوادراتكس. تمام. وحتة كده إيه absolute equation يعني، وإيه هنشوفها مع بعض. طيب نبتدي بأول حاجة بالنسبة لدرس اللاينز. طبعا أي لاين الإيكويشن، أي line has an equation written as y equal mx plus c. الام بالنسبة لي بتبقى هي مين؟ السلوب، والسي بالنسبة لي هي الواي انترسبت. طيب طبعا ادي اللاين اهو، ادي السي اللي هي بالنسبة لي الواي انترسبت. بالنسبة بقى للسلوب، السلوب هو اللي بيحدد لي الدايركشن اوف ذا لاين. السلوب له four cases. The first one لو السلوب positive يبقى اللاين طالع كده. If the slope is negative يبقى اللاين نازل كده. If the slope is zero, so that means our line is horizontal. If the slope is undefined, then that means our line must be a vertical line. Okay?
Okay.
Next. طيب لما السلوب يكون زيرو يبقى الايكويشن of this line will be written as y equal constant. يعني مثلا هنا مثلا لو هو عند 3 يبقى y equal 3. So this line is horizontal. Okay. So that means y equal 3. If the slope is undefined, that means we will have an equation x equal a number. يعني let's say مثلا passes through 4 يبقى x equal 4. تمام. بس كده. Okay. Next. Let's say مثلا we have a line that passes through the point 3, 4 and the point 6. Let's say مثلا 10. Okay, so how to find the equation of this line? Okay, first of all, I will write by myself y equal mx plus c. Okay, time to find the slope is m. So it will be written as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I have to decide which will be x1, y1. So let's say it doesn't matter. Okay, the first point, x1, y1, and the second must be x2, y2. Okay, so our slope will be 10 minus 4 over 6 minus 3. Okay, the slope, the gradient, it doesn't matter يعني عادي يعني نفس المعنى يعني. الامريكان بيقولوا سلوب وانتوا الاي جي بتقولوا جرادينت. اوكي بس هي نفس المعنى. بس كده. Yeah, 10 minus 4 is 6 over 3 is 2. يبقى our line now is y equal 2x plus c. So c now is missing. Okay, how can I find c? I will use any point I like. Okay, let's say this point. I will substitute y by 4 and substitute x by 3 plus c and solve it for c and then you'll find c. كده في مشاكل؟
No.
اوكي.
Okay.
طب هي كده كده الحصه متسجله يعني، فمش مهم تنقليها دلوقتي. لو عايز تنقليها كلها ممكن ايه في الريكوردينج يعني، بس الكونسبت نفسه ما عندكيش مشكله فيه، دي اهم حاجه بس عندي.
Yes, yes, no problem. عادي.
اوكي. طيب ادي كده ايه بالنسبه how to find an equation of a line from 2 points. Secondly, the simultaneous equations. Sorry, before the simultaneous equations, we have two kinds of relation between two lines. These lines can be parallel or perpendicular. First thing, the parallel lines have same slope but different y-intercepts. But for perpendicular lines, let's say if one of them has a slope of 3 over 2, then the slope of the perpendicular one will be, do you remember?
No, I'm confused.
Negative 2 over 3. The relation between the slopes of two perpendicular lines is negative reciprocal. That's it. So as you see, reciprocal and negative. The linear equation is not written only in the slope-intercept form. It can be written as standard form. ax plus by equals c. But how can I get the slope of a line if it's written in that form? So should I solve it for y and then find the slope? No, there is no need. Okay, so all we have to do is just find the slope using this formula. If you want to find the slope and this line is written in this form, its equation is written in this form, the slope will be a over b times negative 1. Yeah, for example, 2x plus 3y equal 12. So the slope will be 2 over 3 times negative 1. So it will be negative 2 over 3. That's it. Next. Okay, it's your turn now. Wait. Okay, let's say that we have this question. We have a line passes through the point 5, 7 and is parallel to to a line 3x minus 3x minus 8y equal 6. So the first thing, when it tells me about the equation of a line, so first I have to write it to figure every element of it. So to find the slope, this line is parallel to this line. Okay, so this line slope will be 3 over negative 8 times negative 1. So it will be 3 over 8. So our line slope will be also 3 over 8. And then I will use this point because this line passes through this point. So it will be 7 equal 3 over 8 times 5 plus c and then you solve for C. That's it. Okay, next. We have a line passes through a point negative 6, 1 and is perpendicular to a line of this equation. Okay, go ahead, do it. So the first thing, we will try to find the slope of this line, which will be 4/7 times -1, which will be -4/7. Our line is perpendicular to this line that has this slope. Okay, so our line slope will be y equal 7/4x plus c. Now we are trying to figure out c. Okay, so we will use this point, but for this line.
Okay.
Because this line is passing through this point, not this one. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Plus C, and then you solve for C. That's it.
Okay. 4.4 times -6. 11.5. This is what I got first.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, just we are just training and just on how to find the full equation. Okay, perfect. Okay, next. System of equations which are the lines. First, let's say that we have this equation, y equal 7x plus 5. Another equation of a line, y equal, let's say, x plus 3. Okay, so these two lines will intersect in a point. Its x coordinate and y coordinate are unknown. Okay, so we need to find it. So first thing, we have two techniques. The first one is the substitution method. Okay, we have y equals 7x plus 5 and y equals x plus 3. So inside the x and y coordinate, this y will be this y and this y. So they will be the same at the point of intersection. So we can say 7x plus 5 is equal to x plus 3. And then you solve for x and find x, and then substitute here or here by the new value of x to find the new value of y. So now we can have the point of intersection. Okay. Okay, you can do it on the calculator, shift solve. Don't do it manually, it doesn't matter. Okay. So this is the substitution method. The elimination method, which will be used by the calculator using mode 5, 1. If the two equations of the two lines are written in the form of ax plus by equals c, so that you can use the two, you can use mode 5.1 for solving this equation. Let's say that we have 2x plus 3y equal 5, x plus 7y equal, let's say, 4. Okay. Okay, you can do now mode 5.1. Go ahead. Okay, so these are everything about the lines. Okay, the next one is the quadratic function. Okay, time for the quadratic functions. We have three equations for the quadratic functions. The first one is written in this form: y equal ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, the quadratic function or the parabola is drawn like that, is represented like that on the xy plane. C represents the y-intercept in this equation. A, if A is positive, so our parabola will be looking upwards. If A is negative, our parabola will be looking downwards. There is a special point here, we call it vertex. Every parabola must have a vertex. Okay, so if A is positive and the parabola is looking up, so our vertex will be a minimum point. And if it's looking downwards, our vertex will be a maximum point. Okay, how can I figure out the vertex from these equations? From this equation, ax squared plus bx plus c, if it's written in that form and you want to find the vertex, if you want to find the x of the vertex, so you will do negative b over 2a. And after that, after you find the x vertex, so you will substitute it in the original equation so you can find the y vertex. For example, if we have y equal x squared plus 6x plus 1. Okay, our vertex, if we need to find the x vertex, negative b over 2a. So this is a, which is 1. This is b, which is 6. This is c, which is 1. X vertex will be negative b over 2a, which is negative 6 over 2a, which is 1. So it will be negative 3. Okay, time to find the y vertex. Substitute each x by negative 3. Negative 3 square plus 6 times negative 3 plus 1. And then you should have now the full point of the vertex. Okay. And our y-intercept will be 1, of course, okay? And our parabola will be looking upwards because A is positive 1. So our y-vertex will be our minimum point. So if you were asked about the minimum point of a vertex, so that is referred to the y-vertex. خلي بالك ها الاكس فيرتكس لا ملوش دعوه ماكسيمم مينيمم الواي فيرتكس هي دايما اللي ايه بيقولوا عليها هي دي المينيمم اللي هو عايز يعرفها او ماكسيمم على حسب بس looking up او looking down. Next, the second equation that represents the parabola also is written as y equal a x minus h squared plus k. We call this equation vertex form. Why? Because we have the x and the y of the vertex inside. They are apparent. But a negative h will be h and the k will be k. So this is our vertex. Let's say that we have y equal bracket x minus 3 squared plus 5. So our vertex will be 3, okay? We'll take it to the opposite sign, and 5. So this is our vertex. Okay, so we can convert a standard form quadratic equation to a vertex form? Yes. Let's see. Y equal 2x squared plus 8x plus 1. Okay, first thing, we are trying to convert this equation to a vertex form. Okay. So we need to find the h and k, which are the x and y of the vertex. Okay, how can I find the x vertex? Negative b over 2a. Okay, so it will be negative 8 over 2 times 2, which is negative 2. And let's substitute it here to find y vertex. So it will be 2 times negative 2 squared plus 8 times negative 2 plus 1. Okay, negative 2 power 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times negative 2, negative 16. 8 minus 16, negative 8. Negative 8 plus 1, negative 7. Okay, so our vertex will be negative 2 and negative 7. This is h, this is k. Okay, so y equal a, the vertex form. Okay, our a is 2, and x. H here is negative 2, so we will write it plus 2 because we said the opposite sign, square. And then our k, we will take it as it is, minus 7. That's it. Okay, let's move to the third equation. The third equation of the parabola have 5 names. It has 5 names. Okay, first of all, it is written as y equal a, x minus b, bracket, x minus c. It has 5 names. X-intercepts 4, zeros, roots, solutions 4, factors 4. For example, y equal bracket x minus 7, x plus 3. Okay, so that means our x-intercepts will be x equal 7, x equal negative 3. Okay, each bracket we make it equal, we solve it equal to 0 to find x. So the value of x we find is our x-intercept. So 7 is x-intercept or 0 or root or solution of this equation. Okay, and the x minus 7 itself or x plus 3 is the factor of this equation. Why? Let's see how. If we have an equation written like that, y equal x squared minus 21 minus 4x. If we try to factorize it, so we will get x minus 7, x plus 3. So these two brackets, when they are multiplied together, we get x squared minus 4x minus 21. So that means x minus 7 is a factor of x squared minus 4x minus 21. Okay. Another thing, what does it mean that x minus 7 is factor? It means that if we try to substitute each x here, by 7, we will get 0. Why? Because we know any factor, the remainder of its division, okay, is equal to 0. Okay, let's say, for example, if we say that y equal x squared plus um, kx plus anything, for example, plus 8. And then I said that x plus 1 is factor of this equation. Perfect. So that means this equation, when it is divided by x plus 1, we get remainder equal to what? Equal to 0. Okay, so I will get this advantage and I will take x plus 1, make it equal to 0. So x will be negative 1, and then I will replace each x by negative 1, and I will write, instead of y, I will write 0. So this is how we find the k. Why I wrote outside 0? Because I know that the remainder of this division will be 0. Okay, because of the word factor. Let's say y equal x squared plus kx plus 7. And then let's say p of x. And then I said, if p of x is divided by x minus 2, the remainder let's say is 3. Perfect. So how can I get k? It's very easy. So I will take x minus 2, I will make it equal to 0, and then x will be 2, and then I will substitute each x by 2, and I will write outside here 3. This is the meaning of the division of p of x by x minus 2, the remainder is 3. That's it. And then you solve it for k, and then you find k. Okay, another thing. How to find the vertex if you have the equation written in the factors form, x minus 3, let's say x plus 9. Okay, so first thing, we have to find the x-intercepts. So x will be 3, x will be negative 9. And then to find the x-vertex, all you have to do is take the average of the two x-intercepts. And then after finding the x-intercept, x-vertex, sorry, you substitute it here to find the y-vertex. That's it. But why do we take the average? Because the x-vertex represents the midpoint between the two x-intercepts. Okay, so we have 3, negative 9. Okay, we can write it like that. 3, negative 9. So that means the x-vertex is always the midpoint. Why? Because the x-vertex is inside the axis of symmetry that divides the parabola into two equal sectors. So that's why the x-vertex is the midpoint between any two horizontal points, like the x-intercepts. Okay, so does all the quadratic equations has two real roots? No, definitely no. Why? Maybe it can be drawn like that, so it will have two real roots. Or maybe it can be drawn like that, so it will have one root that will be the x-vertex itself. or maybe it will have no roots. Okay, so how can I know through the equation that this parabola has two real roots or one or zero? If it's written in that form, y equal ax squared plus bx plus c, so we have a root that is called discriminant. Okay, discriminant is formula is written like that: b squared minus 4ac. For me, it doesn't matter the number I get. All I care about is this number is positive or zero or negative. If it's positive, so that means that this parabola has two solutions. If it's equal to zero, so that means it has one repeated solution. And when it is negative, so that means it has no solutions. Perfect. Okay, for example, y equal x squared plus minus, okay, 2x plus 7. So b squared minus 4ac, negative 2 squared minus 4a, a is 1, c, 7. Okay, negative 2 squared is 4, minus 4 times 1 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So 4 minus 28 is negative 24. So that means it is negative number. So because the discriminant now is negative, so that means this parabola has no solutions. Perfect. Another rule, which is very important also, if we have an equation is written like that, in that form also, from here I can find the sum of solutions, which will be negative b over a, and product of solutions can be got as c over a. That's it. Without need for finding the solutions and then multiply them or add them. No, there is no need. If it's written in that form, you can find the sum of solutions by this rule or the product of solutions by this rule. That's it. Okay. Okay, now time for the absolute functions. For the absolute functions, the equation of the absolute function is written like that. Y equal a bracket x minus h plus k, like the vertex form of the parabola. But the absolute function is drawn like that, like V, the letter V. Our vertex is here, which is h and k. For example, when we have y equal absolute x minus 2 plus 3, that means our vertex will be 2 with opposite sign and 3. Okay, and the a is 1. What does a represent? Like the parabola, if a is positive, so the absolute will look up. If it's negative, so the absolute will look down. And another thing, a also represents the slope of the two lines. Here we have, a is 1. So that means our two lines, the first one slope is 1, the second one slope is negative 1. That's it.